guys, how's it going? It's me, Yoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. Oh, doggy alert, doggy alert. As you may be able to tell, I am at my parents' house right now. That's something that I made for like elementary school. That's my summer vacation project made out of straw. For those who are new here, I'm Yoko. I'm Japanese. I was born and raised here in Japan and I've lived all my life here. And I've never lived overseas. With that in mind, let's talk about this casual news today. So before I get started, let me chat with you a little bit. If you want to skip to the content, I'll make sure to put a timestamp so that you can skip there. Okay, bye. So those who decided to stay here, I woke up early and did my house stuff, also got ready, and I had to go to the hospital today because I ditched it last week and I had to get there to get some medication. Since that hospital is in my original city, which is different from the city that I'm living in now, I decided to come see my parents and my dog a little bit. Like whenever I come close by, like around this area, I make sure to visit my parents. So at the hospital waiting, I was checking out some news on politics and so on, and I was checking out the news on AOC and all the crazy remarks that she's been making and so on. I'll look into it more and make a video probably, but I'm also thinking of explaining like who she is, what she does, like where she stands, and all the crazy jazz that she's been bringing to the States and how people are reacting, that sort of things. I'm gonna make a video in Japanese, and so that the people here will understand what kind of situation the US is in right now, so that we will know how to cope with America. Because I was at the hospital and now I'm at my parents' house and still I wanted to film something. So today I decided to cover this casual news for you, which is that over 50 for now, like actresses and also CEOs and so on, like very famous rich people, they got arrested for bribing. And I have to admit that I was very shocked to see my favorite characters getting arrested, you know? Especially the ones we recognize as Japanese is, of course, Lynette from Desperate Housewives and also Rebecca from Full House. And Full House is something that I grew up with actually. That we have NHK. It's pretty much like this Japanese version of CNN, but the crazy thing about them is that they come visit your place and make you pay for their service. But they're not national ones, so they're not gonna listen to the government and so on, and they're leftist and blah 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 blah. Anyway, NHK broadcasts American sitcoms. I believe it's called sitcoms, so it's like from 6 p.m. to 7. Like it's like we see two programs, and that's how I grew up. So my favorite shows growing up was Arufu, the alien, and he's so fluffy and cute and so just so adorable. And also Full House, and there was this one about Max, this teenage girl turning into liquid and goes everywhere and solve problems, and it's kind of freaky when I think about it now. And also Goosebumps, I was watching that when I was 13, like in junior high school. And I'm pretty sure I can remember more if I focus on this, but you see the point that Japanese people watch American stuff. So anyway, so my point was that I grew up watching Full House. Around 24-5 years old, I was watching Desperate Housewives, and I was watching that years ago, but I also watched that with my husband before we got married. Like we were watching that for a while. I think we went to season 2. I don't remember it well, but at the time we were still using the rental service nearby, and you can see that there are lots of DVDs of Desperate Housewives or Grey's Anatomy. Wow, Grey's Anatomy, man! I watched that like the whole season until season 12? I'm such a junkie when it comes to entertainment. So yeah, Lynette, it was such an annoying character. It's just shocking that the actress got arrested, but I didn't actually have the attachment for the character, so I'm like, that's so Lynette, you know? Like, it's like I'm still watching the Desperate Housewives show. By the way, my favorite character of Desperate Housewives is Brie. By far Brie. Like she's so classy and pretty, yet so sexy, and damn, she can shoot. She was a proud conservative, and I didn't know that until like many episodes later. That personality of the character. I can relate to that character a lot. I really liked her, and her hair color is so cute. I don't know why, but I like orange or red hair color for some reason. Recently, like, there's a show called Riverdale. In Riverdale, there's this red hair chick also, Cheryl? Now I'm starting to sound like a teenager. I watch too much, but everything I watch is actually in English, most like except for like political information and so on. I consume American English contents only because I dedicate my life to studying English in Japan. So that's gonna happen always. So that news of all the bribing is shocking to Japanese as well. America has huge impact even by like the soft power. I believe the terms were used by Joseph Nye. Joseph, I don't know. The pronunciation, like militaristic power and so on, like hard power and soft power by like all the entertainment and so on. And America is really strong with soft power as well, and that's something I really admire. Like, you guys dominate the market, even though it's India and China are getting like bigger and bigger. But here's the thing, man, all the Hollywood kind of people bribing universities, you can see how they are not honest with you. You can see how fake they are by news like this, that they always pretend like they are the social justice warriors, that they are the good guys defeating all the evils in the world, and anything symbolic they will defeat that, and also anything good they will give money to and so on. Sometimes we get to learn that they give money to whoever they want to bribe as well. I actually saw that on TV, like the talk show, like what we call Wide Show. It's like news and entertainment all together, and it's like it's silly, like the information level is really low, but they were covering the news on the bribe. And you know what they said? They were talking about the amount of the money that they were bribing people with. Like, so much money, right? And people on the shows were saying that if they have that much money, they can actually hire like super skilled teachers or tutors, right? And their children could get like good education by that. That's how we Japanese think, because in Japan, entrance exams are really hard. Like in Japan and South Korea, it's a thing. Like, does it happen in China too? I don't know, but South Korea is very intense. Here in Japan, not as intense, but pretty intense, so we go into cram school. So what happens is you attend regular school, right? And after school, you go to another school, like a private one that you pay money for. And over there, you learn all the skills to pass the exams, you know? You study based on the exams that you will take for the high school or university and so on. So we're like that. So when we hear like people having money and bribing, we're like, why don't you just educate your children? Like, they're smart, you know? You don't have to bribe people. You can just educate them and they will learn, they will grow. And if they don't, you know, learn good enough, then that just means that there's some other way for them. I know you know, but like really smart people or very unique, extraordinary people, they do not go to university, or they get dropped out and they start their own business and so on, and they succeed and they become one of the most successful people in the US and so on. I really feel bad for the children of the arrested parents, you know? Can you imagine how they feel? They are the children of those parents, so maybe they can be so shallow and fake also. But I'm not sure. I just personally think that it puts them in a difficult place. And I really think that those parents really need to apologize for those kids. But if the kids do get into university that they don't actually deserve, that's a crime also. Part of me feel like they are victims as well, but they are criminals in a way as well to receive that. So that's the rough idea of what I'm feeling right now looking at the news. I'll wrap up this video soon because I need to bond with my parents. Like, that's why I'm here. But still, I wanted to make this video because some of you told me in the comment section that you didn't see my videos that were posted for a long time, but you finally saw that like yesterday or the day before or something like that. And I have a feeling that that is because I don't constantly post my videos, you know, like it's like twice a month or something it's been. So I'm like, oh, maybe that's it. So I'm gonna go for quantity over quality, if that's okay with you. But I feel like now I'm getting a hang of like what to talk about and so on, because I trust myself now and now I know my self-worth. So, and also another reason why I wanted to film this now is because I started to watch Gary V videos, Gary Vaynerchuk. I had known about him for forever, but I wasn't ready for that sort of content. Like, I had to learn a lot of other things before I consume his contents. I'm finally ready now to listen to the advice that he's giving to the world. I am interested in all kinds of mechanism and dynamics, you know, how things work and how things affect each other and so on. That's what interests me in everything, like even its health or people's mind, like psychology and so on. So in business, I'm like curious of what happens in business, because business dynamics is a lot like politics, right? In politics, we do talk about business. It's like, it's not companies versus companies, country versus country in diplomacy. So that's what I'm interested in now. And I am hoping that it will personally fit me as well, like on my personal business situation. For that, he was saying that though, that you need to upload like every day and try to document, not create. And that's like what I used to do. Documenting my life every day, like even when I had work every day, like 9 to 5 or 9 to 10, like such crazy schedule. But I would stay up late, like 2 or 4 in the morning, and get up like 7 in the morning and still go to work and so on. And I was exhausted though. That's what got me sick. So I cannot go back there because I still do have this disease that I need lots of sleep, so, or else I bleed. Sorry, too much information. So it's good. Life is good, man. Now I want to help my husband too, and I also want to make sure to build the foundation for both of us. Like, I couldn't do it just for me, but now I have my husband. When I think about my life, it's not just me, it's with my husband, and that gives me strength, you know. So determined. I hope you like this type of videos. Sorry for the shaky hands, but at least I hope that you got my good vibes, because I worked on it like taking years and years, almost all my life, man. That I even had to hit the bottom, like depression and so on, and come back, and I learned everything to rise up. And as I said in my last video, I remembered my self-worth, and now I know where I stand, and I know, like, I just see everything now. And I'm just very happy with myself and with my life. And I just can tell that when I talk now, you can actually see that. And I know that you can just feel it, you know, my heart. You can feel it when I talk to you now, because I'm just down to earth. I came back down on earth, you know, like no more ego, no more pretending, just accepting myself and loving myself and so on. I just want to give you this vibes that I'm feeling, and I don't know why my throat is like sore now. I need to stop yelling. I can hear my neighbors and my mom talking outside of this house, and I realize how thin these windows and walls are, and I'm still yelling like them, and I am pretty sure they can hear me too, but I guess it's okay because they don't understand English. Sorry for my cracking voice, but I hope you enjoyed this video anyway. Oh, as for entertainment, by the way, I always say I'm gonna go and I never go, right? As for entertainment, I signed up on Netflix, actually. I do watch like all the LGBT and like very liberal TV shows. That's like researching for me as well, not just entertainment. Like, I get their sense. Like, that's the atmosphere that they surround themselves in, and that's their world. Like, you can just see that through TV shows. It's teaching me a lot, you know? One of the advice that my mentor is, like this critic that I respect here in Japan, he says that he reads more leftist books than conservative books. He just studies his enemies all the time. And nobody studies our enemies like him. And so that's something that I admire, so I'm happily diving into like liberal idea as well. The reason why Japan is strong is because we actually don't have the sense of conquering. We have the sense of coexisting or co-living. Some of you may disagree with me because you're not from here and you don't understand, or you don't want to understand. There will be always disagreements, but that's how we see, okay? Just like you have your own history. Anyway, so my point is that we swallow other culture and then we just make it into our own. So that's what we do. So I do like watching liberal stuff sometimes. And I was thinking like, oh, maybe I can make a video on my favorite Netflix shows. I can make a video of my favorite shows, and if I share that with you, maybe you will get my sense of humor, like where it's coming from, and maybe we can create like inner jokes and so on. That would be fun, I thought. But let me know if you're interested. If you hate Netflix, just say so, I will understand. It's hard for me to speak now because my throat is dying. My battery is dying as well. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like more of these videos, please subscribe to this channel and also support me on Patreon if you can. Video making is something I do for a living, so yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm gonna go bond with my dog and my parents, so have an amazing, fantastic day from me, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Bye!